Well, it hasn't always been like this at BBA. I remember at the very beginning, it was me, my wife, my mother-in-law, and Stan, and that was the hardcore crew. And as we kept building the business, we needed help. And my first full-time employee was Ryan McConnell.
A lot of people don't know this, but we actually did family trail tours in 2011 when we landed here in Buena Vista. I'm still having nightmares about that, dressing grown men. It wasn't our thing at all. We did it that season, 11 and 12, and we did it in 12 and 13, and then they thankfully faded away. We had huge visions of how big that could be, but it just really wasn't our niche. At that time, it was all about, can you hang? Follow us and kind of learn painfully along the way. Our program shifted a lot since then, way more instructional and all about progression, but that Explorer series, as we called it, that was quite memorable. Double up fan cooled sleds all parked up at the trailhead. We had the big trailer full of them, and that was our home base for that setup. Everyone came through the brick building, and we had to get people dressed and get their bubble helmets going, and it was pretty comical. When we moved to Buena Vista in 2011, this was our first lodge called La Mancha. It's a massive retreat, really, and so we had the opportunity to lease it for many years, provide it as our lodging for all of our clients. And so it's way up here nestled against the foothills of the mountains. And I don't even think you can call it a house, it's more like a castle. It's pretty cool to be able to offer people for years. Yeah, that's La Mancha. Here's where it all began, office-wise. This was November 2011 when we moved here to this brick building. And we just did a new website, an online store. It was our first store for Chris. Got that all set up. So we also set this up for a small retail section like we have now, honestly, just a little bit smaller. Me and Ashley were in this store all the time. And this is where clients would show up in the mornings, sign waivers, get their hot pockets back then, and do our thing just like we do today. Pretty cool building. And then just down the road was our shop, which kind of just looks like a regular, maybe 3-4 car garage. And looking at it now, it's hard to believe we were able to function out of that, but it worked and we did it. Well, we just checked out our very first office and shop here in Buena Vista when we moved in 2011. And then roughly 2013, my memory slips a bit, but as I recall, 2013 we moved up here off of Gregg Drive, which is by the airport here in Buena Vista. A little bit of an upgrade. We had our shop and office kind of all in one. A little bit more space, a little bit more parking. And we were here from, I think we did the 13-14 and 14-15 season, and then the Brants were able to invest in the shop and office and lodge and home that they have now. And we've been there and improving ever since. So.
The reason that BBA is where it is it's the whole experience, right? We could just go snowmobiling and you guys go back to the hotel and fend for yourself on food and we meet up at the trailhead. We don't do that. It's a full experience, and so, again, Chris and Bev are one of the main reasons that people come back. It's not just, it's definitely not me. So thank you very much.